Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day. Don't forget, grab your smartphone and download the Lava Matra app and stay in touch. Guru Maharaja's message is your advantage. Come join us as His Holiness Jayapataka Swami Maharaj reads from the new Sri Krishna Caitanya Book on January 31st, 2019 in Chennai, India.
Mahākaroti vācānam Mangolangāyadegayam Yatkivādavānmande Sīgaranidhāyanam Paramahanandamādhavam Sri Chaitanya Islam Hari Om Tat Sat. Now today we're observing the Saptatila Ekadasi.
So today we are observing the Saptatila Ekadashi.
And especially provided that one should take pumpkin.
And especially it is for one to take a pumpkin,
Guava,
guava,
and some coconut
and some coconut.
offer to the Lord.
Offer to the Lord
Take prasadam.
and take prasadam.
I hope all of you have taken your guava, coconut, and pumpkin.
I hope all of you have taken your guava, coconut and pumpkin.
And also given charity to some Brahmin with a clay pot of till seeds.
Also given charity to the Brahmins with clay pot of til seeds.
So today, we have no physio or voice therapy.
So today was no physio and voice therapy.
From outside therapist.
From outside therapist.
So we did ourselves.
So we did ourselves.
We cycled 875 cycles.
And we cycled 875 cycles.
Which is 8 times 108.
Which is 8 times 108 plus.
Today is the last day of January.
So today is the last day of January.
And it's Harivasa, the day of Ekadasi. Harivasa.
Harivasar is the day of Ekadashi.
It's day of Hari.
It's day of Hari.
Every spiritual activity performed today, you get 100 times the benefit.
Every spiritual activity performed today, you get 100 times benefit.
100 times discount.
100 times.
That means that a Mercedes Benz which cost $100,000, you'll get it for $1,000.
That means if the Mercedes Benz costs $400,000, you can get it for $1,000.
Just to put it
Just to put it in.
some things to understand.
Something that you can understand.
Or a mobile phone for $1,000, you get it for $10.
Mobile phone of $1,000, you can get it at $10.
So today we'll continue the topics of the Advaita Gosai, who saw the universal form of Lord Chaitanya.
So today we'll continue the topics of Advaita Gosai, who saw the universal form of Lord Chaitanya.
And as I said, the class begins between 8 and 9, so today we're more on time.
As I said, the class begins between 8 to 9, so today we are more on time.
But still 15 minutes late.
Still 15 minutes late.
So someday I may I'll try to start at 8.
So someday I may try to start at 8.
Today I was ready, but the others were not ready.
Today I was ready, but others were not ready.
They will read the Bengali and I'll translate.
So Deva Gauranga will read the Bengali and I will translate.
গৌরচন্দ্রকে সর্বমহেশ্বর বলিয়া অনঙ্গীকারী ব্যক্তি অদৃশ্য। অদ্বৈতের শ্রীমুখের এই সকল কথা, ইহা যে না মানয়ে সে দুষ্কৃতি সর্বথা।
Topics of the universal form came directly from the lotus mouth of Sri Advaita Acharya.
So these topics of the universal form came directly from the mouth of Advaita Acharya.
One who does not accept these is certainly a duskriti.
One who does not help, he is certainly a dushkriti.
Kriti means one who does meritorious work, and duskriti means a miscreant.
So kriti means one who enjoys the work, and dushkriti
Does meritorious work.
does meritorious work, and dushkriti means a miscreant.
So he's certainly a miscreant, who does not accept Advaita's words.
So he is certainly a miscreant who does not accept Advaita's words.
সর্বমহেশ্বর গৌরচন্দ্র যে না বলে বৈষ্ণবের অদৃশ্য সে পাপী সর্বকালে।
Who does not glorify Gaurachandra as the Lord of all,
Who does not glorify Gaurachandra as the Lord of all,
and not qualified to be seen by a Vaishnava.
cannot be qualified to be seen by a Vaishnava.
He's a sinner.
He is a sinner.
For all times.
For all times.
Perpetual sin.
Or a perpetual sinner.
আমার প্রভুর প্রভু গৌরাঙ্গ সুন্দর, এই সেই ভরসা আমি ধরিয়ে অন্তর।
Gauranga Sundar is the Lord of my Lord.
Gauranga Sundar is the Lord of my Lord.
I depend on this and maintain it within my heart.
I depend on this and maintain it within my heart.
নবদ্বীপ লীলা ভক্ত ব্যতীত অন্যের অগম্য। নবদ্বীপে হেন প্রকাশের স্থান, তথাপি ভক্ত বই না জানয়ে আন।
Such pastimes were enacted all in Navadip Dham.
Such pastimes were enacted all in Navadvip Dham,
but except for the devotees, no one knew of them.
but except for the devotees, no one knew of them.
ভক্তিযোগ 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 ধন ভক্তি এই কৃষ্ণ নাম স্মরণ ক্রন্ধন।
Bhakti Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Bhakti Yoga. Devotional service, devotional service, devotional service is the greatest treasure.
Bhakti Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Bhakti Yoga. Devotional service, devotional service, devotional service is the greatest treasure.
Bhakti means, devotional service means chanting the name of Krishna and remembering the name of Krishna.
Bhakti or devotional service means chanting the name of Krishna and remembering the name of Krishna
And crying.
and cry.
So, devotional service or Bhakti Yoga is mentioned 3 times.
So devotional service or the Bhakti Yoga is mentioned 3 times.
First time means realizing our eternal relationship with Krishna.
First time means realizing our eternal relationship with Krishna,
Realizing our relationship with God.
realizing our relationship with God.
The second devotional service
Second, devotional service
is written to indicate engaging in our constitutional position
is to indicate engaging in our constitutional position
in that relationship
in that relationship
to the Lord.
to the Lord.
And the third bhakti was written
And the third bhakti was written
to indicate prayojana or the goal of life.
to indicate prayojana or the goal of life.
So devotional service manifests by hearing, chanting, and remembering
So devotional service manifests by hearing, chanting, and remembering,
causes the softened heart to cry,
and that causes the softened heart to cry
feel ecstasy.
and feel ecstasy.
But if one's heart has become hard,
But if one's heart has become hard,
because of false arguments
because of false arguments
and desire to control material energy,
and the desire to control material energy,
these non-devotional desires
the non-devotional desires,
render perversions in the soul's constitutional position.
the perverted what?
Render perversions in the soul's constitutional characteristics or position.
Rendered perversion in the soul's constitutional characteristics
Or
or
characteristic position.
characteristic position.
Lord Chaitanya taught, Jiva Saruphoy Krishna Nityadas.
Lord Chaitanya taught Jivara Swarupa Hoy Krishna Nityadas.
The eternal nature of the soul is to be a servant of Krishna eternally.
The eternal nature of the soul is to be a servant of Krishna eternally.
কৃষ্ণ বলি কান্দিলে সে কৃষ্ণ নাম মিলে ধনে কুলে কিছু নহে কৃষ্ণ না ভজিলে।
If one cries while they chant the name of Krishna,
If one cries while they chant the name of Krishna,
that the pure name of Krishna manifests.
then the pure name of Krishna manifests.
being born with wealth and an aristocratic family are useless.
Being born in wealth and in aristocratic family is useless
If one does not worship Krishna.
if one does not worship Krishna.
If you're not a devotee of God, even if you have a high birth, wealth, doesn't matter, doesn't count for anything.
If you are not a devotee of Krishna, if you are not and you have a high birth or wealth, doesn't count for anything.
If one doesn't worship Krishna.
If one doesn't worship Krishna.
So, Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he says high birth, ample material prestige, various opulences are simply insignificant if one doesn't have the service of Krishna.
So Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur says the high birth, ample material prestige and the various opulences are simply insignificant if one doesn't worship Krishna.
When a prideless person repeatedly calls out the name of Krishna
And when a priceless person repeatedly calls unto the name of Krishna
with a melted heart
with a melted heart
and realizes that in the name of that Krishna and the name of Krishna and Krishna are non-different,
and realizes that the name of Krishna and Krishna are non-different,
he attains the eternal service of the holy name.
he attains the eternal service of the holy name.
A person afflicted with material suffering cries
If a person afflicted with material suffering cries
out of distress,
out of distress,
"Oh, I'm suffering.
"Oh, I am suffering,
Help me, God."
help me God,"
That doesn't attain one devotional service.
that doesn't attain one devotional service.
Doesn't help one to attain devotional service.
That doesn't help one to attain devotional service.
Crying out of distress, one of dominating the material world, or hearing
The crying out of distress born of dominating the material world,
and that's completely different from the devotee who cries out of ecstatic happiness,
that's completely different from the devotee who cries out of ecstatic happiness,
resulting from eternal happiness.
resulting from eternal happiness.
So one is experiencing suffering and the other is experiencing ecstasy.
So one is experiencing suffering and the other is experiencing the ecstasy.
বিশ্বরূপ দর্শনের ফলশ্রুতি দুই ঠাকুরের বিশ্বরূপ দর্শন ইহা যে শুনয়ে তারে মিলে কৃষ্ণ ধন
So anyone who hears the topics concerning the two lords,
So anyone who hears the topics concerning the two lords,
vision of the universal form,
vision of the universal form,
attains the treasure of Krishna consciousness.
attains the treasure of Krishna consciousness.
Haribo. Haribo.
হরিবো
You heard it.
You,
You heard it. You heard it. I mean, you all attain Krishna consciousness. Haribo.
you all heard it, so you all will attain the Krishna consciousness, and on the internet, those who heard it, they will also attain the Krishna consciousness.
ভক্তগণ সহ প্রভুর নিজ গৃহে গমন। ক্ষণেকে সকল সম্বরিয়া গৌরচন্দ্র, চলিলেন নিজ গৃহে লই ভক্ত বৃন্দ।
After a short time,
After a short time,
Gaura Chandra concealed his universal form,
Gaurachandra concealed his universal form
and he returned to his own home,
and he returned to his own home,
taking the devotees with him.
attending the devotees with him,
Taking the devotees with him.
taking the devotees with him.
বিশ্বরূপ দর্শনে অদ্বৈত নিত্যানন্দের বাহ্য ভাব। বিশ্বরূপ দেখিয়া অদ্বৈত নিত্যানন্দ, কাহারো নাহিক বাহ্য পরম আনন্দ।
Advaita and Nityananda Prabhu, after seeing the universal form of the Lord,
Advaita and Nityananda Prabhu, after seeing the universal form of the Lord,
they lost all their external consciousness.
they lost all their external consciousness.
They were in great ecstasy.
They were in great ecstasy.
বৈভব দর্শন সুখে মত্ত দুইজন, ধোলায় যায়েন গড়ি সকল অঙ্গন।
And the happiness of seeing the Lord's opulence,
In the happiness of seeing the Lord's opulence,
the two Lords,
the two Lords,
Nityananda Prabhu and Advaita Prabhu,
Nityananda Prabhu and Advaita Prabhu,
rolled on the ground,
rolled on the ground,
covering themselves with the dust.
covering themselves with the dust.
Throughout Srivas Thakur's courtyard.
They were all in Srivas Thakur's courtyard.
They rolled on the ground throughout Srivas Thakur's courtyard.
They rolled on the ground throughout Srivas Thakur's courtyard.
And they were covered with the dust.
And they were covered with the dust.
The Lord had done it. Right?
To what? Next.
কেহ নাচে কেহ গায় দিয়া করো তালি, ঢুলিয়া ঢুলিয়া বলে দুই মহাবলী।
Someone danced, others singing, and clapping.
Someone danced, other was singing, and one was clapping.
The two swayed to and fro.
And two swayed to and fro.
While chanting, the two powerful lords were chanting.
While the two powerful lords were chanting.
নিত্যানন্দ অদ্বৈতের প্রেম কলহ। এই মতে দুইজন মহাকুতূহলী, শেষে দুইজনেই বাজিল গালাগালি।
This way, the two lords enjoyed great happiness.
In this way, the two lords enjoyed great happiness.
At the end, however, the two lords began to abuse each other verbally.
At the end, however, two lords began to abuse each other verbally. গালাগালি করে।
এখানে হেডিং এ উদ্দেশ্য হলো প্রেম কলহ, প্রেম কলহ।
প্রেম কলহ।
This was their
নিত্যানন্দ অদ্বৈতের প্রেম কলহ।
how the two, eventually the two began to criticize each other out of love.
So two began to criticize each other out of love.
Like in South America, if you're very affectionate to someone, you call him a ratso, gordo.
Like in South America, if you appreciate someone, you call him as passo.
Very affectionate.
Affectionate to someone, you call him as
Gordo
goro,
means ratso.
means peso,
Ratso.
fat soul.
And maybe a skinny guy, they say, hey gordo. Just like Australians do that. So Advaita and Hanajananda, they started to criticize each other.
So Advaita and Nityananda, they started to criticize each other.
The exact word, but
I don't know the exact word, but
can't see that. Criticizing each other in a loving mood,
they're criticizing each other in a loving mood,
or what's the word? Mild insult. Alright. That was the last verse.
yes, yes.
Devotees are suggesting.
Huh?
Devotees are suggesting.
What?
Teasing.
Tease, okay, they tease each other.
By
Okay.
Good.
Good.
They are teasing each other.
So they were teasing each other.
Wasn't a serious thing. It was teasing.
Wasn't a serious thing, a teasing.
Alright.
Okay, very much. I know.
That ends the chapter
So that ends the chapter
entitled
entitled Advaita Acharya's Vision of the Lord's Universal Form, from the book Krishna Chaitanya, the Supreme Personality of Godhead as a Devotee.
I'll take 2 questions
So we'll take 2 questions.
on internet and to the
Live. A question. Since we are all aspiring to be devotees, where it is the time that we can say that we are actually devotees? What is the test that a person who is trying or aspiring to be a devotee does finally become one? From Kaivalya Sundari.
Krishna says to Arjuna that who says they're my devotee are not my real devotee.
So Krishna says to Arjuna that who says they are my devotees are not my devotees.
The ones who say they're the devotees of my devotees, they are my real devotees.
The ones who say that the devotees of my devotees are my real devotees.
So when you are a devotee of a devotee, then you can say that.
So when you are a devotee of a devotee, then you can say that.
And Krishna will recognize you as his devotee.
And Krishna will recognize you as his devotee. Next.
Hare Krishna Guru Maharaj. The Panchatattva is eternally in spiritual world and they appeared here. So is Narada Muni an expansion of Srivas Thakur or is Srivas Thakur an expansion of Narada Muni?
You see, the associates of Lord Chaitanya, when he came to this material world,
You see, the associates of Lord Chaitanya, when he came to this material world,
all had some previous relationship with Krishna,
all had some previous relationship with Krishna,
at least the prominent ones.
at least the prominent ones.
And so like Murari Gupta, he was Hanuman.
So like Murari Gupta, he was Hanuman,
And Srivas is Narada Muni.
and Shivas is Narad Muni.
So that means that in the Haridas Thakur was Lord Brahma.
That means that the Haridas Thakur was Lord Brahma.
That means some previously they were having different pastimes with the Lord.
So that means previously they were having different pastimes with the Lord.
And when he came as Krishna Chaitanya, they also came and took up different roles.
And when he came as Krishna Chaitanya, they also came and took up different roles.
So when the Lord comes, he enjoys
So when the Lord comes, he enjoys
his pastimes.
his pastimes,
And the devotees come and enjoy with him.
and the devotees come and enjoy with him.
By serving him, they also get great happiness.
By serving him, they also get a great happiness.
Everybody's happy.
Everybody is happy.
You want to be happy?
You want to be happy?
Haribo!
Jai Guru Maharaj ki Jai. Guru Maharaj, Krishna has shown his universal form to Arjuna, who is eternal associate, though Jiva. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna, who has shown universal form to Nityananda Prabhu and Advaita Prabhu, who are also lords. Is it okay to compare these two universal forms? If yes, then how come Arjuna got fear, whereas they lost their the lords lost their external consciousness and went into ecstasy?
Advaita had asked Lord Chaitanya to show him the same form that he showed to Arjuna.
Advaita had asked Lord Chaitanya to show him the same form that he showed to Arjuna.
So therefore, we think that they showed the same form.
So therefore we think that, we take that he showed the same form.
And he saw Arjuna seeing Krishna show him the universal form.
And he saw Arjuna seeing Krishna showed him the universal form.
So Arjuna, as a friend of Krishna, he was sometimes put his foot on Krishna, they'd sit together.
So Arjuna, as a friend of Krishna, sometimes he would put his foot on Krishna or sit together.
So when he saw Krishna's greatness, he got afraid, oh, I have committed some offense.
So when he saw Krishna's greatness, he got afraid and thought, oh, I have committed an offense.
When the two Prabhus saw Krishna, saw Lord Chaitanya's or Krishna's universal form,
But when the two Prabhus, they saw Lord Chaitanya or Krishna's universal form,
they felt ecstasy.
they felt ecstasy.
So different strokes for different folks.
So different strokes for different folks. Thank you.
Do you like our ad-free videos? Be sure to subscribe to our channel. We publish new videos every day, and don't forget to like and share our channel.